That's what we need from a leader.
Do you feel disrespected?
Of course I did. How many times have we all in our lives who are some kind of other dealt with mansplaining or dealt with condemning remarks? I mean, yeah, I did. But come on, you know, when I first got to the Senate, Angus King, who's this incredible guy, heard a bunch of complaining among senators about a legitimate reason to complain, but he whispers to me, there should be a sign in the cloakroom. I go, what should it say, Angus? He goes, it should say, no complaining on the yacht. I am a United States senator. When a president says something like that, boo-hoo my feelings. But you know what it says to the young black kid?
What does it say?
I heard my father tell stories about making sales calls as one of IBM's first black he was the first black salesman for IBM in this region, Virginia region. And what it was like to make a sales call and have somebody rip up his card and say, you tell IBM boy not to send any more niggers out here. That word boy, for a lot of people, that Vice President Biden said, you know, that the segregationists didn't call me boy, they called me son. Well, they called him son because they saw themselves in him. And they saved that word, that demeaning, degrading word, that power dynamic. And there's a lot of people in America that have felt the harshness of that power dynamic. And I'm not holding against Vice President Biden for saying something boneheaded. We all have. But come forward. Why have we created this culture where you can't say you made a mistake or you could have done better? In fact, I think that vulnerability makes us all stronger. I think that's courage in that. And I want a leader that understands that. And so I'm happy that he came forward and apologized, but a presidential nominee shouldn't need that kind of lesson or 18 days to recognize that an apology is necessary. And we are in perilous times where people are feeling like the forces tearing this country apart are stronger than the ones binding us together. There are people now believing that the lines that divide us are stronger than the ties that bind us. This is not just about Donald Trump. This is going to be a quarter century in America where it's the test of our democracy. Will we continue to fray and tear, and people seeing that they can exploit divisions for their own good, where Russians literally have their strategy to try to throw matches to make us further ignite the flames of hatred in our country? Or can we find leaders that can say enough already? Whatever the line is, Republican, Democrat, Muslim, Christian, that we are a nation with common cause and common purpose, and that can heal and reconcile and get back to the important work of advancing this democracy, because the world needs us to lead. And we are falling behind. And let's not point fingers at people. Let's all take responsibility for that. And I want a president that sees that as one of the causes of the next presidency, especially after this president, and can rise to the occasion of being a great healer, a helper, a uniter, an igniter of that civic grace.